It's no surprise that I'm a huge fan of MagSafe accessories, having reviewed nearly all of them here on the channel in all shapes and sizes and prices. Simply by adding magnets into your phone, an entire world of supported products appeared to make your life easier. And in terms of the most reliable and budget-friendly options, I'm a huge fan of ESR's Halo Lock accessories. So I'm showing you everything that the Halo Lock series has to offer to level up your MagSafe experience. So use the chapters below to jump to a specific product you like, and let's get into it. So disclosure, ESR is sponsoring this video, but that does not influence my opinion of their products. I actually reached out to them to do this video because out of all the MagSafe accessories that I've used, theirs are the strongest on the market. But rather than tell you that, I'd rather show you. So rewind 2 years ago, I was doing one of my first MagSafe reviews, and it was the first gen Halo Lock car charger. What's up guys, Dan here with VidderTech, and today we're taking a look at the ESR Halo Lock MagSafe wireless charger, which you see right here. And I loved it for the incredible magnetic strength. It's obviously extremely important to have a secure hold when you're driving, but it also has a few other surprising functions, which we'll get to a little later in this video. So overall, this charging stand has a really solid build quality made of plastic with a rubberized ring around the magnets, leading to a really strong grip. On the back, we have a standard 18mm ball mount that can be swapped out for a vent mount, suction mount, or if you have something else already, it's really easy to swap out. But surprisingly, the vent mount is actually really stable. And I say surprisingly because a lot of the chargers that you get put so much effort into the front of the device, and then the mount ends up being something cheap and generic and breaks in a couple of days. But this is not the case with ESR. It's really premium, and in my testing, never failed, never broke. On the bottom, there's a USB-C for charging, but ESR actually took it a step further. See if you can spot it. There's actually a vent mount built in here, and that's because there's a fan built in to cool your phone as it charges. That leads to it becoming one of the fastest chargers while your phone is in use. All right, let's get technical. Typically what happens with any other MagSafe chargers is it heats up while it's charging, leading to throttled speeds. But with a constant fan, the phone doesn't get as hot, meaning it charges at full speeds the entire duration. That's especially important when you're navigating, listening to music, maybe on a phone call where your phone would usually drain a lot quicker. The magnetic strength of this charger is something I've never seen on another magnetic car charger. Without a case, it's incredible, but if paired with ESR's Halo Lock case that also has strong magnets built into the ring, allow 300 grams of holding force, which is incredible and something you really have to feel to understand. I mean, you can see it's not going anywhere. So I use this car charger daily and I love it. I've been using it since it first launched. The only exception I would say in my lineup is switching to the Drive Pro, which doesn't have fans built in, but I like it for the design and I use it often. But certainly in the warmer months, the fan being built into the ESR Halo Lock charger, definitely worth it. But that's not all the products we have to look at today. Next up, the Halo Lock 3-in-1 wireless charger with Cryo Boost, fit for charging your iPhone at max speeds in a similar format to the car charger, but with an Apple Watch charger and an AirPods charger. This one has a button in the base to turn on and off the Cryo Boost fan, and a compartment for your Apple Watch charger that runs down the stand into the base. I really like this stand specifically because it's tall with a great viewing angle. And I don't know if it's just because I'm used to a really low stand with a fixed angle. I just really like it, and it feels like it makes a lot of sense. Like with the car charger, Cryo Boost means having a fan supplying constant cooling to your phone to keep it charging at max speeds. The only thing I really noticed is that the fan comes on each time you attach your phone, and it is loud enough that you can actually hear it running. And that's fine if you're in a loud environment or you're using your phone constantly for things like gaming and watching videos, but because I use my phone for casual use as notifications are coming up, I found the fan to be a lot less useful than in the car. Don't get me wrong, it's a great feature to have, but rather than activating the fan automatically, I'd like to see it turn the fan off by default and then hit the button to activate it when you actually want to use it. And speaking of charging, we have the ESR Halo Lock power banks, and this is the ultimate use for MagSafe in my opinion. Attach to your phone easily and automatically start charging on the go. These power banks are sleek depending on the capacity you get. Obviously the larger capacity means a larger overall design. They all have a kickstand built into the back, USB-C charging on the side, an indicator light on the top with the current charge status. They are a must for me, especially because I've been using the iPhone 13 mini lately, and I highly recommend having one of these on hand at all times. In my tests, I compared the ESR power banks to a few competitors, and I found that ESR had the best magnetic strength, no surprise there, and the ability to fully charge an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and that's compared to Apple's power bank that has 14% of ESR's battery capacity. So I found that the larger power bank was sort of hard to manage and not natural to use all the time, whereas the smaller one feels a lot more comfortable to hold for day-to-day use. So it really just depends how much battery that you need. But overall, can't go wrong. Power banks, highly recommend them. But when you're not using your power bank, you can swap that out for your ESR Halo Lock Geo Wallet. So this is ESR's latest Halo Lock product with a premium finish. It includes a magnetic array and charging magnets, which we'll get to in a sec. On the back, it has a card slot capable of holding 3 cards with easy access to eject them on the bottom. It also has a finger loop to secure your phone when you're holding it. On top of that, the whole thing unfolds to become a stand for your phone, easily making this one of the most practical MagSafe accessories that you can buy. But like with any wallet, what if you lose it? Well, if you look closely on the back, you'll see a power button. That's because this actually has built-in Find My integration with your phone. So it stays connected to your phone even if it's detached and can be tracked in real time. It's also capable of alerting you if you leave the house without it, or play a chime to help you easily find it. Now, Apple's wallet has really similar functionality, but it only shows you the last known location when you lost it. ESR fixes this problem with real-time tracking. Charging is done through the provided magnetic cable, and overall, it's a solid wallet. Especially if you're nervous about losing a MagSafe wallet, perhaps it's your first one, this is a good one to go with. You can tell they put a lot of care into the quality and the functionality of this thing, so you might not even want to take it off at all, except of course to charge your phone. Now, some overall additions to complete your MagSafe lineup are the kickstand case, built to show off your phone through a clear case, but it also has a built-in kickstand to finally make the iPhone's massive camera bump a little more useful. By the way, the kickstand is posable, so it's not like it's fixed at a certain position. You are able to change that angle as you go. The buttons on the sides are raised and made of plastic, so it's really easy to click the buttons through this case. And another case you're gonna want is the Cyber Armor case for the AirPods Pro. So this is my favorite AirPods case literally ever made. I was really surprised at the quality, the rugged feel, the use of magnets built into the back to reinforce that MagSafe connection, the cutout for the connection button. But my favorite thing about this case is the intelligent use of magnets everywhere. So the magnets on the inside of the top of this case are magnetic to the top of your AirPods to keep it firmly in place. And then there are magnets in the edges to let it snap shut. I really expected a cheaper build quality because honestly, that's what most AirPods cases are, but this one is clearly not like the others. Highly recommend, just something you gotta check out for yourself. So overall, these are my most recommended MagSafe accessories. Sure, there are other ones that I love. Nomad, you've seen them on the channel, being one of my favorites for the exceptional quality. But if you're looking for a well-rounded MagSafe accessory in a decent price range, also available on Amazon, ESR is my top choice. So I showed the Halo Lock system, including the car charger, 3-in-1 stand, power banks, Geo Wallet, classic kickstand case. I knew there was one more, AirPods Cyber Armor case as well. Let me know which product is your top choice and if you're going to be picking up one of these or more. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.